Welcome to my hallway. Isn't it great? So I'm going to do a quick video on how to fit Hive in your boiler. Now I'm going to do this on a Baxi 624, which is a boiler we're going to be fitting the next day. I often do this before we actually fit a boiler. I actually do all the tails and everything at home and get all the electrics sorted out, because it just saves you an hour and a half on the day, and if anything crops up on the install, then at least you've got a bit of extra time. But this video is solely about Hive. You get people phoning you up quite a lot saying, how much to fit Hive, how much, or a Nest or whatever, because they've got that old crappy turny dial thing that, you know, is useless, you can't set, and the old style are a bit rubbish. The Hive is useful. So I'm going to show you how to do it. But there is a bit of a caveat. If you're not very good at this stuff, don't attempt it. Just don't do it, because you get some idiot, and I've had one in the past year who blew his boiler up, who put it in the wrong thing. And it was frustrating because you were like, I don't know, 60, 70 quid or something to come and do it. And he was like, that's extortionate. Yeah, but not compared to the bill you had when you got it all wrong. You know what I mean? So, if you're confident and you're semi-decent at this stuff, and you're not going to shout at me, I'll show you what I do when I install them. You ready? Now, I've just wired this one up before it hit me when I went, oh, I've been meaning to do that for ages. But I'll show you the insides of it. You can figure the rest out. These, very useful. Wire snips, wire strippers even. That's your receiver for your Hive. So open him up. Yep. 2 screws on the bottom. Take him out. So you'll know if you've been in, you've got live earth and neutral. I'm just going to undo these actually. I'll undo a couple of them just to show you what I'm doing. So we can whip him off. Screws are quite long on this, longer than you expect actually. Right, I'm going to whip him off. I'm just going to undo a couple of these, man. Show you how to do it. You've got live, earth, neutral, and you've got a 1, 2, 3, 4 in here. So I'm just going to whip out the live just so you can see how far I strip these back. There's the live and neutral just whipped out. Okay, then in here you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. See it? And your earth point, which is bottom left, I think, as you look. So pretty obviously you've got neutral, which is blue usually, and live, which generally is brown or red. Depends what style cable you're using. Always use heat flex on this. Just go and grab some from Screwfix or Homebase or somewhere. Just go and grab some. Don't use like a 1.5 lighting flex, because it's not what its job is. Right, so I've just popped the neutral back in. Literally undo the screw, clamping screw. Bad camera work. Undo the clamping screw, the clamping plate, sorry. You might find it easier if you've got it in your hand, and you're accessible, then whip him upside down, just so the clamping plate falls away, and then you can just slot him in, and in we go, and then do him up again. That's your live, neutral, and earth. Now, your live, neutral, and earth can go to one of 2 places. It can either draw power from its boiler, or it can go directly to the fuse spur, which powers the boiler. Excuse me. If it's going directly to the boiler, then you can get away with just a 4-core and earth, which is what we have there. If it's going to the spur, then you'll probably take 2 cables. Just probably take two 2-core and earths away. One to the boiler, which will do your switch live, which I'll show you in a sec, and one which will do your power. For the purposes of this, I'm going to just take it straight into the boiler. So we've got live, neutral, earth, earth, neutral, live. Then you'll see I've done these 2, which is a black and a grey cable, and that's what essentially tells the boiler to turn on and off. That's what receives the signal to go on and off. Switch live, live, boom. On a combi with Hive, ports 1 and 3. I always put my black in 1 and my grey in 3. It's just what I do. I've done it since the first day that I did it, and it's just stuck, and that's the way it goes. Okay, everyone's got their own different way of doing it. That's the way I do it. One last look. You can press pause if you want. Quick. There you go. Welcome back. And that's the way we do it. Popping back on. Obviously, if he's going on the wall, drill a couple of holes, get him in, and then bish. One thing I found with these, don't hammer the screw up if he's in a wall, because it slightly warps it, and then you can't get this back on. So just get him on, but just get him comfortably tight, but not like overly rammed in the wall, I've found. One more thing, little tip, which I forgot I'd already done. Under here there was a little ledge. I don't know if you can see. It went just here. There was a little ledge. Let me see if I can see it. Ripped it off earlier. There it is. A little piece of plastic. And if that's on and it sits there, then you really struggle getting a decent cable. If you've got a decent cable, you really struggle getting him back onto this main body of the receiver. So get a pair of grips, just rip him off, man. He's just, they're knockouts anyway, so just get rid. Screw him up. Follow manufacturer instructions as to where they want their power drawing from, whether some will allow you to draw it from the spur, some will actually allow you to draw it from the boiler itself. Obviously, if you're drawing from the spur, you've probably got two cables coming out, one to the spur and one to the boiler. If not, you can get away with one, if that's going directly to the boiler, which this one is. Then that's that. So inside the boiler, so you've got your refresh, black and grey, ports 1 and 3, and then you've got live, neutral, earth, which is all labelled up, which will correspond to what's going in the boiler. Now, in the back of your boiler, let's turn him around. You've got wiring. Now, you are actually allowed in your boiler, if you're confident enough to do so. So this is the cable from our thermostat. Okay, so you've got live, neutral, earth, and then you've got your black and your grey cables. Now, originally in here, there was a little loop which went from here to here. That's just the loop for the thermostat. Undo them screws, take him out. So then what I do is black will go in there, grey will go in there, and then if this boiler was actually on the wall, you would have a live, neutral, and earth in here. So all we do is we join them up with that. So there'll be 2 earths going in there, 2 neutrals, 2 lives. Inside here are a couple of 2-amp fuses. And that's your loss, mate. Once you've done that, get your iPhone back in his little cage. There we go. Oh no, drop your iPhone, like an idiot. Boom, back. So you've got live, earth, neutral in your boiler, along with your black and grey cable, your live switch live, and then the same in the back of here. So then when you power your boiler on, you'll see a little green light come on. You'll then get your thermostat, which is tucked away somewhere over there. Your thermostat, turn that on, it'll go into searching. Now at this point, it can be a little bit frustrating getting it paired up, because sometimes it's a bit of an arse. You can either press this button on the bottom corner of your receiver, which will then put it in pairing mode. You keep your finger on it for 10 seconds. I think it flashes amber from memory. I've just in a bit of a routine doing it. Flashes amber, and then reset your thermostat. Essentially take a battery out. Wait a minute, and then the bottom 2 buttons is menu and back. Keep your finger on that, factory reset. 10 seconds. Boom. Off you go. When it restarts after you've done a factory reset, it will start in pairing mode. If that's in pairing mode as well, then you're away. But if any doubt, phone Hive, they're all right at that stuff. If you've got the hub with it, probably best to phone Hive anyway, because they sometimes do a bit of jiggery pokery with software updates and things like that. So essentially, it's taken me 9 minutes 7 seconds to tell you how to do that, which is a long time. It could have been done in 3 pictures. I'm just going to keep talking to annoy you. Like and subscribe if you want to. It's a new channel, not everyone does. And it's like plumber parts, but without the fun. Take care.